La migra, bitches! Did start. Hello, my name is Shannon McDonald. Welcome back to Political Shenanigans. Today, we are going to be talking about illegal immigration.
A hot topic.
Very hot topic right now. More specifically, we're going to be talking about how to become a legal immigrant. Just
in case nobody's ever told
in case nobody's ever told you. There's an actual way you could do this legally. You know, not just walking on over to good old USA. We're also going to be talking about what's wrong with the current immigration system. So basically, as of right now, if you enter America at an entry point, designated entry point by the U.S., you can seek asylum and live within the U.S. while your case is being adjudicated. You will have a hearing to decide your immigration status 1 year after your entry. But the thing about this is only about 4% of asylum seekers show up for their hearing. And those that don't show up are then marked for deportation. Only about 30,000 to 45,000 people will receive a path to citizenship because they showed up. The others will just live in constant fear of deportation. And they'll just constantly just be living off the government and hiding.
Working menial jobs, getting
paid under minimum wage because no one can legally hire an illegal citizen. Just want to remind you. So these people are also getting underpaid, way less than what most Democrats are thinking is livable wage, which is $15 an hour is what they're asking for now, which ruined Seattle, by the way. I'm not even get into that in this video. Anyways, many want to avoid the legal way into the entry points for a number of reasons. So many people do the illegal crossing because they either have a criminal record, they are wanted in America for crimes, they are smuggling drugs and or people, and multiple just other reasons. And some of them might not,
There might be a few that just don't know.
There might be a few that just don't know. That's...
I'm sure Mexicans have stupid people too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stupid people in Mexico too, okay? I'm sure they're not all bright people. I'm not saying that they're not. There are bright Mexican people, okay? Anyways, so fucking weird that I have to fucking constantly prove that I'm not racist. Anyways, so when an immigrant comes across the border at a point other than the entry point, they're breaking the law, basically. Okay. There is a law, Title 8, Section 1325 of the U.S. Code, or Section 275 of the Immigration Nationality Act. Basically, it basically just says that improper entry, attempting to cross illegally, or other things like that, by digging tunnels, trying to smuggle people in your cars, just walking over the measly old fence that used to be there, and still in some parts, putting fake information, lying on your visa application, stuff like that, is all considered trying to illegally enter the U.S. And that's all that it says in the documentation. But I should be clear on here, trying to enter through points of entry that are not designated by the U.S. So, just not where you're supposed to be. You can obviously tell where you can obviously tell where you have to go. There's, U.S.
The road usually goes
there's
there.
usually a road there, and there's usually a lot of people with guns and, like an American flag, stuff like that. A bunch of other people there, Anyways, there are penalties for this. Just like there are penalties for any crime you commit, usually. These penalties do get worse the more times you illegally cross. But basically, I feel like people are coming here to America because they are seeking a better life, which, is not a bad thing to want to seek a better life. I feel sympathy for these people, and I agree they deserve better lives, but I feel like they should be doing it in a better way. Not all of these people are just looking for better lives. Some of these people are trying to smuggle drugs, sex traffic, human trafficking, Some of these people aren't very good people and are just trying to use the weakness of our immigration system to their advantage. Mexico, as our lovely president so put in some other countries, are shithole countries that are run by drug cartels and corrupt politicians that make up a fortune off of human trafficking, sex trafficking, drug smuggling, etc. And the draw of a better life here in America is what causes Mexicans and other nationalities to risk illegal entry. Which is why we need a wall. we need a wall. Everyone always laughs when you say we need a wall because you can just get a ladder. No. Have you seen the footage of those illegal immigrants turning around when they saw the wall? Yeah. They didn't come prepared with a ladder. It looks like walking through the desert with a ladder might be a little strenuous on their journey. Anyways. And their journeys are not the easiest. Many have to cross raging rivers, climb mountains, and go through other hazardous...
desert.
Yeah, the desert. Go through so many hazardous things just to maybe get into America. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people drown, and apparently that's America's fault. That's not America's fault. You know what would prevent people from drowning and dying and all that stuff? Coming here legally. Because I can't recall one time someone has died legally trying to come here to America. Can't recall the last time. Can't recall. I can tell you the last time somebody died legally trying to cross. I'm sure we all can. Because the left tries to use it to make us look bad, even though it's not our fault. Anyways. Right now, our Border Patrol detention centers, which is where detainees are held, are handling 10 times the amount of immigrants that they're capable of handling. A facility is used to house only maybe 1,000 immigrants a month is handling up to 10,000 immigrants or more, despite the Congress's failure to provide funding for these detention centers and allow them to do their jobs. How many times Trump has asked for funding? 17 times, and they've always denied him. This is way before now, the current time, when the Democrats now want to turn their heads and see this as a crisis because children are using foil blankets and aren't getting toothbrushes and aren't getting soap.
They are.
Well, they are. maybe not the best. I mean, probably because they need funding, you know? You know what I'm saying? You kind of need funding for that. So, this crisis on the border right now is the Democrats are in outrage and just upset about is actually Congress's fault to begin with for not providing the funding, adequate funding to help with this ongoing crisis. The Congress also likes to complain about children being separated from their parents. But when you have human trafficking and sex trafficking going back and forth across the border, it is your duty to ensure that that child is with its real parent. And AOC remarked that she grew up with, people who weren't exactly her aunts or her uncles, but she called them her aunts and her uncles, but they are her guardian. I don't think your guardian, I've had that too in my life. It's not just an exclusively person of color thing, okay? I've had people in my life who aren't necessarily family that
Howdy, y'all.
Called uncle or cousin or, always thought that. But would my family give me to that person to walk through a desert to go? No. And if they did do that, that's endangering the child, and that should be frowned upon. So either way you look at it, they're endangering a child. That's breaking the law right there. It should be separated. When a person breaks a law here in America, you're separated from your family. Plain and simple. If somebody beats his wife, he's going to jail and is going to be separated from his kids and his wife. Plain and simple, and that's just how it is. And I'm sorry that we have laws and we enforce them, but that's just how it is. So toughen up, Buttercup, because that's just how life is.
We're a nation of laws.
Yeah, we are a nation of laws. Now, what I think needs to happen is we need to get rid of birthright citizenship, and what that means is basically if someone from, I'm not going to use Mexico as an example because that's tiresome. Any other nation. Europe. if a woman from France comes here to the U.S. and is 9 months pregnant, even though it's frowned upon, you shouldn't travel while pregnant. She comes here to America and she gives birth. That baby is now an American, and that means she is now American. And that's what the birthright citizenship right now is. But I would like to point out that we have another set of rules here in America pertaining to Americans. If I was pregnant and I was 9 months pregnant and I wanted to go to Australia to visit, alright? Poor decision, I know, Shannon. Bad me. Anyways, I go to Australia. I give birth. I'm not Australian. My baby is not Australian. My baby is American. I am American, and I can come back to America and be American. I feel like if we are going to do that for ourselves, we should do that for others, or ensure that others do that, because they're just taking advantage. Many people are just taking advantage of our weak immigration system right now. Anyways, I also think that asylum should be granted by a neighboring country only. So basically we're seeing a lot of people from Honduras and other countries going through Mexico and other countries to get to our southern border to cross. And if these are our asylum seekers, right, Dad? Right?
Yeah.
Our asylum seekers. If you're really looking for asylum, you go to a neighboring country. They're always saying that these people are always escaping violence and, crime and stuff. I think they're just chasing the American dream, to be honest with you. Because you can't tell me that crime and violence is in every country, and you can't tell me that that's our problem.
But they can always go to the American Embassy.
Yeah, they can always go to an American embassy, which is a lot of places.
In every country.
In every fucking country, there's a fucking American embassy. You can always go there and seek asylum. But do they do that? No. They do not do that. No, I also think that I think that the U.S. government should end benefits for immigrants until their legal immigration status has been determined. I'm saying this because I feel that a lot of times, in a lot of cases, people are only here and only coming here to take benefit of our government and take advantage of that. When a lot of times there's veterans out here sleeping in our streets, not getting any help from the government, but we're supposed to help what? Somebody just kind like somebody that doesn't even come from this country? Okay. Anyways.
We should be helping our own first.
We should be helping our own first. I feel that we should have immediate deportation for illegal entry. Meaning, if you're gonna try to come here illegally, bye. Get out. When somebody just walks up into my house and I have an intruder, we're not like, oh, yeah, hey. What you doing? Would you like some tea? Some free tea? Hey, I got some biscuits. No. I feel that we also need to finish the wall, obviously. Secure the border using cameras, drones, manpower, etc.
Hostile law vista immigrant.
Takes. Congress must provide funding to alleviate the surge of immigrants at the border. And if they don't, they're only fueling the crisis farther, and they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
They're doing it because it's election time.
They're doing it because it's election time, and they like victimizing groups of people to gain votes. Which is also why they're letting so many illegal immigrants here, because it gains them votes. It gains them votes. Did you see the debate? And they're all speaking Spanish. I thought this was an American debate. Okay. Mexico and other Central American countries need to step up and care for and take responsibility for their own people, quite honestly. I don't believe America should be the world's police. I don't believe that other countries' problems is necessarily our problems. Do I feel sorry for people that are born into shitty situations? Yes, of course. I feel shitty. I feel bad for them. Do I think that they should be allowed to come here illegally? No. I feel that they should come here legally, go through the process, learn our language, learn our customs, learn our laws, and then pushed out into our society. Filtering out the bad ones and letting in the ones that aren't going to cause mayhem and chaos. But yeah, Mexico and all these other countries are not doing anything to help their people, and Democrats, expect us to have responsibility over other nations? That makes no sense. Okay, meme going around all the time. Saw it just the other day, and I saw it again today, and I have a lot of
We'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, we'll put it up on the screen.
I already got it.
Alright.
I'll have it up on there. You don't have to do that.
Let me... I can't find it. But anyways, I've been seeing this meme going up. I have a lot of Democratic friends who like to, poke fun and, be woke. I went to a liberal arts school. They love that shit. Anyways, there's this meme that says, they came here illegally, said Jake, who drunk drives, shoplifts, smokes weed, and illegally purchases plus consumes alcohol. Y'all don't understand about the law. Y'all don't care about the law. You care about demonizing a group of individuals fleeing terrible situations because they're not white.
Shut up.
Well, as long as Jake is 21 and is living in a state that has legal marijuana laws and is drinking legally, don't condone drunk driving, but shoplifting, yeah, he should be prosecuted for shoplifting and drunk driving. And separated from his family, because that's what we do to, criminals. People who are illegally doing things, that's what we do. Anyways, demonizing a group of individuals fleeing terrible situations is ridiculous. Half these people are just chasing the American dream, which I respect, yeah. The American dream is awesome. I love America. Everyone wants the American dream. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. We don't have enough pie to go around. Alright? And it's not our fault that other people were born into countries that don't give a shit about their people. That doesn't make them that doesn't automatically make everyone who's ever had a shitty life our people. That does not make them our responsibility. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.